What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazique, aka Unique Mazique. I'm the hardest working man in sports and gaming, and I got a video for you. I think this is something that could be useful for roster creators on MLB The Show 20, and probably or hopefully MLB The Shows in the future as well. But if you're creating a roster, a lot of times some of the biggest issues that you come in contact with is just kind of dealing with the roster as it is according to like whatever the default roster is, and so someone who obviously has a lot of experience creating rosters thought that it would be helpful to create a blank template roster with nothing but generic players with like the same uniform number, the same exact attributes. They even have them with the flapless helmets so that they are all able to be converted into the legends who played before there were ear flaps. So I'm going to show you how to download this blank no-name roster. It is done by a gentleman whose username is Crash Spielman. So you basically go from the main menu, you head over to community, you go to vaults, you hit vaults, and then you go into roster vault. And then you're going to want to hit the square to search or sort. And then you hit X to start the search. And then you want to search it. You can search it by name, which is a little bit longer because you got to go for the roster title. Or you can go by the online ID. So I'm going to do the online ID because it's shorter. And I'm going to show you exactly how to put that in. So it is Crash Spielman. And I believe you have to actually capitalize this and type it the way it is. I'm not sure if you do or not, but if you do it this way, you cannot go wrong. So it is Crash, then it's underscore Spielman, like Chris Spielman, the old middle linebacker for the Detroit Lions. It's the only Spielman I can think of off the top of my head. It's actually an analyst now. I think it's probably for like CBS or Fox. But you put that in and you hit R2. So you can lock it in there, and then you go ahead and hit the square to search it, and it should come up here. So he has a couple of them. He has 2020 blanks, which is not the one I was talking about. He's also working on some Mets and Tigers rosters. Then he has the no flap helmets roster. Then he has a blank roster template and legend. So you can kind of go with either of these. I'm gonna go with the no flaps helmet blank roster, and I'm gonna show you what that one does once I get it. So I'm gonna download that one. Not gonna change the name of it. Hit R2 to not change the name. And I got a couple plenty rosters here that I've been working on. I gotta find me a spot where I can put this one and I'm not gonna feel some type of way. Yours won't look this way, of course. I'm gonna take away this 2001 roster. I don't think I need that one anymore. Save that one in there. So now if you want to load it up to see what it's like, you go to options, you go to data utility, you go to load data, and then you go to the show 20 rosters, and there it is. So I'm going to click X to load that one up. Now let's take a look at what is in this roster so you'll see what I mean here. So Baltimore Orioles, just look at manage roster. Everybody is the same guy. Same guy. And so it's CP no flap, same face, same everything. All of this can be edited from here. Actually, we'd have to go into a different place to edit it, so let's do that. So I can come right here, I can edit this player and change his name to whatever I want to change it to. Now, one thing you need to know if you are creating a legends roster, if you go into helmets, you don't really want to mess with editing the helmet at all, because if you do, if you change it and you put a flap on it, you can't add it back. You'll have to start the whole roster over again. Now, the roster I'm going to do, I'm probably not going to be doing anybody with no flaps, because I'm going to be doing a completely, start from scratch kind of a roster, like a new Major League Baseball, a new league altogether. I'm probably even going to do 30 different teams. But if you are trying to do a legends roster, you do not want to mess with these helmet flaps, because you won't be able to flip it back and forth. So that's just a good point to know. in the event that that's something that you plan on doing. But you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully this is something that's helpful you'll use if you are a roster creator. Like I said, Crash Spielman is what you want to search. He is the guy who created this, put a lot of hours in. I'm a part of a Facebook group that he's a member of, and I believe he said it took him 9 hours to go through every single team doing this. So this is quite the endeavor that he's done for basically for the show community. So definitely shouts out to him. I appreciate you guys watching. Definitely leave in the comment section if you have a specific plan, something you're thinking about doing with this roster idea. I know what I'm going to work on. Hopefully it's something I can show you guys here on the channel. But like always, I appreciate you watching. God bless and peace.